fighting games are in kind of like we're kind of like still in a little bit of that post DLC season for Street Fighter. We're coming up on the DLC for Mortal Kombat. Tekken, who even knows what's going on? I guess we're still kind of post DLC there. It's Anna. Is Anna out yet?
I don't know. I don't play Tekken 8.
I don't either. We played a Tekken the other day, but it was not Tekken 8.
Yeah.
It was actually Tekken 8 divided by 2.
Yes.
Bringing them into Nomura numbers. Anyways.
Tekken 385 over 2. It's gonna be a 3D beat 'em up. That's the protagonist is Jun, and at the end it's revealed that she's actually not real. She's just a figment of Jin's imagination.
And Nomura's getting hard at the idea of this.
And then there's gonna be a second Jun. Her name will be Nudge. And then Nudge will be a character.
No, it will be Zunj.
Yeah. But yeah, so this
I wonder
character.
who she's a nobody of.
Yeah, this character will be made up of Kazuya's memories of Jun. So anyway,
from that time Kazuya killed himself.
Yes.
That's always the craziest thing to me. It's like such a trying to be friendly Disney Final Fantasy crossover, Kingdom Hearts 1, and Sora just explicitly commits seppuku.
I mean, if memory serves, by this point, Sora has killed himself 3 times in the series.
I can believe that. I don't recall him ever doing it in Kingdom Hearts 2, though, and that's the only other Kingdom Hearts I've played.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, I don't remember him killing himself aside from 1, but maybe he does it, but less explicitly. I mean, I know that he dies in 3, but he doesn't kill himself.
Ah. All right.
So yeah, fighting games.
First, let's get the thing that we don't know that much about out of the way. You said there was Grand Blue news.
Yes. I need to scroll up for that, but yes. Oh, okay. So the only news for Grand Blue is they added the DLC characters to the free rotation if you have the free version of Grand Blue.
Oh, that's cool.
It's something, I guess. I don't know. It's Grand Blue.
Yeah, it's neat for people who are on the free version of Grand Blue and want to try the DLC characters. It's a highly specific set of people, but hey, cool for them.
Like, it's like I forget which character it is, but there's an image that goes around where it's like, I'm ambivalent, and that's me right now with these news. Like,
neutral worlders from Futurama. I feel no way one way, or I feel no strong opinion one way or the other.
Yeah.
Getting that nonsense out of the way, I know that off the top of my head I can think of news from Mortal Kombat, but you did mention there was a recent goings-on in the emulation sphere for PS1.
Yeah, there's some smaller news. So, Gennei Togi Shadow Struggle just received a fan patch to make it English because it was only released in Japan.
Now, when you say make it English, I assume you mean translate the dialogue or translate the text into English, and not that they've put a top hat and a monocle on all the characters and put cups of tea in their hands.
No, see, actually what they did is they left, like, they took what was in English in the text and turned it into Japanese, but all of the voice acting has been replaced by the people who did Siren.
I see. That way it's still good for both audiences. That way, you know, the Japanese people, they can read, you know, in the Japanese and they'll still understand. Well, meanwhile, it's, oh, governor, you be doing a big combo on me. I'm going to parry that.
Yeah. I forget if it's this game or another, but there was a game on the PlayStation 1 where I put the disc in, and the intro would play, and there would be no controls. It's just these two guys having a fight. It looks like a 3D fighting game, and no matter what button I press, including start, doesn't work.
Good old. Some people think the pieces of trash games that crash and freeze for no reason are a new invention. No, they are not.
I mean, the worst part is this happens on every time I try to play the game. Like, this isn't a singular problem of like, oh, I don't know, 30% of the time when I boot up, the game doesn't recognize controls. No, it never does. I have not seen the main menu of this game.
You'd think that'd be a problem, I would think. Not making it to the main menu. That'd be one of those things like, take us back into testing.
Yeah. Anyway, I don't know why the fuck this is here. But one of the news, once again, when I looked these up, I limited to fighting games. One of the news here is a new visual has released for the TV anime adaptation of Young Ladies Don't Play Fighting Games, which I tangentially related, I guess.
Yeah, it's amusing in that like once every 2 or 3 months I'll see somebody post a panel from it, which is someone having a shonen anime-esque reaction to she knows the input for the Tatsumaki?
Yeah. No, I think the main character is Zangief main. That's what I saw.
Oh my god.
So
reprobate.
Yeah. It's Clue.
The thing they don't get, they say it all the time, they don't understand is that in order to play Zangief properly, you have to destroy those brain cells.
Yeah.
When you think, nobody knows this because it just damages you. But eating the glue is it's a PED.
Yeah, like eating the glue is a requirement to play Zangief. If you're gay, you also get a stat boost.
And it reminds me of sometimes with KOF fans, whenever the subject gets brought up of how in KOF grapplers are way stronger than any other fighting game series. That some people will just post a picture of Clark Still pointing a hot glue gun in his own mouth. Which is insane. It's one thing to just, fucking uncork some Elmer's glue and just start drinking it from the tap. Pointing a hot glue gun in your own mouth seems like it'd be dangerous.
Nah, it's better hot. It's like noodles. Then Skullgirls is finally over.
Yep, more or less.
The infinite launch party has ceased.
Yeah, the spirit of the infinite launch party will go on forever. Because there is a certain variety of person who really loves Marvel 3, but wished that the characters had bigger move sets.
I thought you were gonna say that there's a certain variety of pervert.
That's accurate as well. You and I both are aware of that.
Yeah.
He used to be the lead designer, but putting that aside, there is a certain variety of person who loves Marvel 3, but is like, man, these characters have tiny movesets. Or is like, man, I wish this had ratio mode. And all that kinds of shit. Skullgirls does a lot of very cool stuff the fighting games don't really do anymore. And I don't see that. And there's also, beyond actually like giving the game merits, which I do because I'm biased and I quite like the game myself, there's also the fact that, generally speaking, Skullgirls is one of those games where it has a cult fan base. And when I say cult fan base, I don't mean like just casual praise, the casual praise of saying something is a cult classic, as in, oh, well, it's not a mega hit, but it has a strong fan base that, you know, keeps it going. No, when I say cult, when I say it has a cult fan base, I mean Skullgirls fans will go to fucking war for it. It's a religion.
they are turning into fish people right now.
It's a tribalism thing.
Yeah.
It is. Skullgirls fans are going to be some of the fiercest fighters in terms of Street Fighter fans are my enemies. Mortal Kombat fans are my enemies. Tekken fans are my enemies. Guilty Gear guys, they're cool. We can put up with them.
Instead of
the big three, they're our enemies.
Instead of Shadow over Innsmouth, this is Shadow over Innsmouth.
Oh. But yeah, I'll be honest. As someone who really does like Skullgirls, and the only reason I don't play it too much is because, generally speaking, the people I play fighting game with are not as fond of it as me, and I'm not saying that as a point of blame because everyone's going to have their different favorite fighting games, and the fighting games that we are going to play with each other are the games that we all mutually love, right?
Yeah.
Because there's some fighting games that you really dig that I'm like, yeah, and vice versa. That's just the nature of being friends. When you're friends, you're going to be going with your mutual interest instead of just like bouncing back and forth. But Skullgirls lived longer than it had any right to. I don't think I would be alone in suggesting that first round of DLC back when they were under He Who Shall Not Be Named.
See, like,
that
that's
seemed
the thing.
like that was going to be as much as they got.
That's also the thing with that. Like, Skullgirls is currently getting sued 4 ways.
Yeah.
Because, like, the reason that the Infinite launch party is over is because the current publisher is suing the last publisher. Then, completely divorced from this, of course, the Lab Zero guys are suing Mike Z for being a pervert, and then Mike Z is counter-suing them for setting him up, and then he actually like has proof, allegedly. As in, like, the court documents have, or the things that they submit to court, because this is one of those cases where the court has to reveal to the public what the court documents are or whatever.
Yeah.
And people looked into it, and apparently Mike Z actually had proof that the people that are suing him for being a pervert genuinely made him believe that it's okay if he acts like a pervert, which means that they can sue him for it, or something like that.
Okay, I don't know what any of this business is, and I'm going to stay out of this at least until the smoke clears, until the dust clears. But
yeah, like that's basically my takeaway as well. Is like, I don't know what the fuck is going on. Skullgirls is alright, I guess. That's my takeaway.
Yeah. Skullgirls. We got what, 4 DLC characters since these quote unquote Skullgirls revival?
Yeah.
Because they made Marie playable finally. That took fucking forever. We got the lounge singer chick with a grenade launcher for an arm.
Yeah.
We got Star, or whatever her name is, the modern, the kind of, what's the word? She's very
Manic Pixie Dream Girl.
Well, I was more so thinking, like, what's that cartoon that everybody takes the piss out of? That's the chubby little guy and the gym-themed Amazon warrior women, and they fight to save the galaxy. And it's Steven Universe. She seems very Steven Universe.
Well, I barely remember the DLC characters, so maybe, I don't know.
And the thing is, there's one more DLC character who's before her, but I don't remember.
Umbrella Girl.
Oh, Parasol!
Yeah.
Parasol's weird. I like her, but she's fucking weird.
I mean, my biggest... Yeah?
Parasol is the character who was launched with. She's the charged character Venom knockoff. Oh, who was it? It might be Umbrella, and then her umbrella is named Hunger, I think, or something like that.
Something like that, yeah. But yeah, like...
she's a...
Yeah?
Oh, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, like, the thing, the only part that really sucks about Skullgirls ceasing development now is that they won't add the shark guy.
Yep. I think that's the thing about Skullgirl. Like, it's one of the more brutal things is Lab Zero releasing the list of characters that they wanted to put in the game if they had enough budget, but there was never going to be enough budget to put them all in. Because everybody's gonna look at that list and go, "Oh, ooh, there's some winners here."
Yeah.
But it got farther than it really had any right to.
Yeah.
It's really crazy.
I mean, just look at most other indie fighting games, and like, you have Skullgirls, and then next to it you have Rivals of Aether, which is a platform fighter, so it's not the same car park.
It's not the same. It's not the same ballpark or car park. And that is an amusing thing. But on top of that, there's not a lot of very good Smash clones out there. All-Star Brawl had its try. It tried. what's its name? The one that sucks.
That doesn't narrow it down.
The free to play one where it's not the characters, it's the weapons that matter.
Brawlhalla.
Really, when you think of Smash clones that are actually quite good, I struggle to think of any other than Rivals of Aether.
I mean, I would argue that TMNT Smash Up it was good.
TMNT Smash Up's not bad. No, it's actually pretty solid.
And I would also argue that like Digimon Rumble Arena 2 isn't the best, but it's honestly one of the better Smash clones that I've played. And I've played a couple. Let me tell you. I didn't play all of them, but I played a couple.
Huh.
Like Rumble Arena. Yeah. Go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna wrap up the Skullgirls thing.
Okay, go ahead.
I'm going to say this unironically. Ordinarily, when people say this about a video game, they mean it ironically. They mean it, haha, fuck this guy. I'm going to say this unironically. Rest in peace. Yeah.
Yeah.
Every fighting game's got to hit that point eventually. There is no such thing as the infinite fighting game other than Mugen, and Mugen's special. And Rivals of Aether as well, but Rivals of Aether, once you actually start getting into the modded characters, Rivals of Aether is just Smash Brothers Mugen.
Yeah. But that's the thing, like, Mugen has an infinite lifespan. Not because Mugen is that good, but because Mugen is that free. Mugen is what you make it. So if I want just whatever, every fucking version of this character that I can find, then every version of this character that I can find will be there. But also, there is no such thing as a commercial version of Mugen. Like, you're not gonna go on Steam and get Mugen Everyone versus Everyone, or Everything versus Everything, that's the one. Like, you're not gonna get that because whoever releases that is going to get sued by at least 5 separate countries, at least 3 of which will be Capcom.
Yeah.
I don't mean companies, I mean genuine countries. They will mobilize governments.
Mugen is incredible for how many devs and publishers just kind of let it exist. But you can't get that far.
Yeah. And I mean, people tried. There was a fighting game on Steam that was 3D Mugen, like 2.5D Mugen, I guess. And I forget what happened to it that it got removed from Steam. I think they just ceased development and then whatever. But it was, oh fuck, what was it? It was like they took the version that was on Steam offline to add rollback to the game for some reason, and then just never put it back up because it ceased development in the meantime.
Ooh.
But there was supposed to be because this was in early access. I also have to add, but there was at one point a 3D version of Mugen, more or less, where you would be able to add characters through workshop support. And it just came with Karate Man, basically. And that's also an idea. That's also a way to do Mugen. Considering that Nintendo cease and desisted workshop items from Gary's mod, I don't know if it's still viable, but it was an idea.
I want to say that thing did not make it far, because I remember seeing it pop up on Get Into Fighting Games, Wooly. And immediately he's like, okay, this is a fighting game, I guess we could... Vegeta? Yeah. Vegeta? And immediately him and Reggie both went, this game was not going to last on the Steam store. They're going to take this down.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Let's see. Oh, Venom for Guilty Gear Strive is gonna be revealed.
Oh, right. Yeah, he hasn't been revealed yet, right? They just showed, like, he's coming?
Yeah, Venom is coming to Raw.
I see, okay.
He's gonna appear on the 23rd.
Alright, what do you bet he's going to have a super pool ball that is different from his old super pool ball? And what it is it's just It's just Robokey's head.
It would be funny if it would be funny if he just got Robokey's moveset.
Oh, that'd be hilarious if he's not actually Venom. It's Robokey pretending to be Venom.
But no, I wish, like, in my idea...
And for the win pose, it cuts back to Venom and Robokey's house, where Venom is just sitting there drinking tea. And he gives a thumbs up to the real Venom is sitting there drinking tea, and he just gives a thumbs up to the camera.
That would be funny, but I would also find it really funny if Robokey is just on his hip, like Mimir, and then he just takes Robokey out to do, like, the steam move, and shit like that. And then otherwise he just fucking started stealing Key's moveset for no real reason. Like, he just has a great sever now. Why? Why not?
Oh shit! Well, that'd be a fundamental gameplay identity change. Hey, so I can cancel anything into an overhead now. Oh fuck! Well, why are you his owner? How are you a set play character now?
Let us see. SNK posted the main title team to Garo 2.
Yeah, I saw that. I did not click on it because I'll hear it when I play it.
Yeah. On one hand, I was surprised because it's like a it's like the mid 2000s anime pop punk that I'm nostalgic for, and like SNK has been really good about still including those sorts of music with their games, but I still get surprised every time I hear one of those show up. You know. Then let's see. I saw something else, but I scrolled past it and I don't know what it was. Oh, Evo posted a registration leaderboard for the games at Evo. Do you want to guess the order?
Tekken 8, Street Fighter 6, Guilty Gear Strive, at least one surprise. So let's say Marvel 2, then Mortal Kombat 1. From the list, from the rest, I won't even bother guessing because it's just too long.
All right. Here's the order according to Evo. With the most registrations, Street Fighter 6.
Okay.
Then Tekken 8. Following that,
okay.
Garo 2.
Really?
Yes. After that, Guilty Gear Strive.
Okay.
Then Grand Blue Fantasy vs. Rising.
Okay.
After that, Marvel 2.
Okay.
Unit 2.
Really?
Yes. And then Mortal Kombat 12.
Yeah, NRS is probably looking at Warner Brothers is probably looking at the board going, shit's gonna have to change with this 13, brother.
Yeah. See, okay. So while I was getting ready for the podcast, I updated the stream, the news feed. Yeah, that words. And someone posted images and it says, first look at Mortal Kombat 2, and I was about to have a fucking fit about them calling Mortal Kombat 13 Mortal Kombat 2. But no, it's about the movie, the Mortal Kombat 2, which is actually Mortal Kombat 5 or 6, I forget.
Oh god, as movies go, oh geez, we're not counting the animated movies, right?
No, only the live action ones.
4, it's 4.
Okay, then 4. But yeah, there are images of Mortal Kombat 2 squared. If you care.
I don't really care. I didn't watch the first movie. I don't know. Seeing adaptations of things I love has kind of lost its taste to me. They can never be as good as the original take, you know?
Yeah.
Well, I shouldn't say never. Sometimes it happens. Sometimes it's even better. But plus it's fucking phenomenal, you know?
Yeah.
But I know that they are making a big deal that they cast Carl Urban as Johnny Cage, and every time it's like, but he would have been such a great Kano.
See, I'm looking at these images,
He
and they're
looks
just
like him.
the only image I'm seeing of him right now is one where he's Johnny Cage, and he looks like a guy, you know.
Man.
Yes, he truly is, man. But even more so, because like I can tell there's two people standing behind him. I can tell one of them is Liu Kang, because he's wearing a white robe and he's also Asian, which makes him Liu Kang. But then next to him is just a black guy in black shirt and like fucking greenish jacket. And I had to. It took me a second to go like, that's Jax. I guess, because
yep,
because
well, they gotta introduce Jax with it still having his arms first. That's kind of tradition at this point, I guess.
I mean, yeah, but still, it's just a thing of like, you know, just random black dude like, okay, Darius, he's here.
I mean, they did the first Mortal Kombat movie was the original Mortal Kombat tournament. Didn't have Johnny Cage. Had some new guy, who gives a shit, Chains or whatever his name is.
Okay.
Also, I think Melina showed up, and it's like, why would Melina show up in the original tournament?
Fan service.
There is no way they went with naked Melina and half naked Melina in that movie if they're ever going to do fan servicey Melina again.
See, like I should have known that this wasn't Darius, by the way, because he's not wearing yellow.
Yeah.
Which is the way to tell. Then again, I'm not seeing his pants. It might be banana pants. So anyway, the T1000.
Yes, the T1000. They've. Am I coming through fine?
Yeah.
Okay, because something's bugging the fuck out on my screen right now. All right, yeah, the T1000. We've seen a bit more of him. He looks very Rush Downy. It's hard to say because none of the Zoner characters in the Mortal Kombat that NRS ever makes ever look like Zoner characters in the trailer because Zoner gameplay does not look that exciting. With that said, while he does pull out a gun, and for a split second I was like, no! It seems that if he pulls out the gun, he's forced to sprint at the opponent while shooting, which I find very amusing and accurate to the T1000. They made sure that virtually every T1000 move is something he did in the movies.
Nice.
Because when he runs forward shooting, he's honestly doing the run through the mall shooting at John Connor bit. And his fatality, where he impales you and bisects you, is just him first fucking killing you the same way he kills John Connor's stepdad. Spoilers for a 30-year-old classic movie, by the way. But he impales him through the brain with one knife hand, and then he sticks both knife hands into the chest, turns them into the kind of peeler. Okay, I forget. Have you seen Terminator 2?
Yeah.
Okay, you remember when he's breaking into or out of the elevator, and he turns his hands into these elongated, kind of jaw of life sort of deals?
Sorta.
He does that with the opponent.
Yeah.
So there you go. He looks fun. I don't know if he'll be super great. My understanding is that Ghostface and Conan were both fantastic. So hopefully NRS keeps up the streak. And MK1, for all the various issues it has had over its lifetime, is able to go out on a good note. That would be nice.
Yeah. Earlier during the week, I saw a post of someone like, say whatever you want about the new Mortal Kombat, but the guest characters are always handled well. And the image featured a picture of Joker. And I don't remember Mortal Kombat Joker that well, but I remember him from Injustice.
Injustice Joker sucks ass. Mortal Kombat 11 Joker is delightful. He is a fantastic character. He's I think one of the most fun characters in Mortal Kombat 11 to play. It's kind of an odd. Mortal Kombat 11's. I think Mortal Kombat 11 had the iffiest track record with the crossover characters, because Joker is awesome, and Spawn is awesome. Rambo, there's debates about. I really like Rambo. Some people find Rambo boring. RoboCop is a stinky guns owner, and T800. There are some people that will go to bat hard for T800 and love him. I still am of the view that he's just a wimpier Jason from MKX. So, you know.
Yeah.
Other than that, though, yes, they do very well with the crossover characters. God bless them for trying as hard as they could to make Omni-Man and Homelander have different play styles. And not just making Homelander Heat Vision. So.
The image doesn't even feature the people from 12.
Yeah, that doesn't surprise me. It's going to take a little bit before people don't just make the sign of the cross at the name of Mortal Kombat 12, Mortal Kombat 1, whatever you want to call it. It takes some time for opinions to simmer down, especially with the internet and how the internet can get a movement going, and people will be scared to rock the boat, you know?
Yeah.
Because I think you and I have both had that, where there were introduced in series that everybody else went like, "This is the fucking worst. I hate it," and we were like, "Is it?" But like, you know that you can't really just go on Reddit and say like, "I don't think it's that bad, guys," because you just get downvoted to hell and people in the comments saying, "You're stupid. Kill yourself."
I mean, both of you to assume that I'll go on Reddit and actually type a fucking comment.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not Mike.
Yeah. I can remember one time I have ever made a dissenting comment on Reddit, which was, I believe it was just whatever. It doesn't matter. It's anecdotal. Anyways,
I literally made one comment in Reddit on Reddit, which has since been deleted. It was a guy doing a giveaway for Xbox Gold, and I just commented, "I like trains." I got the Xbox Gold.
There you go. That's the way to do it.
Yeah. So, you know, I don't interact with Reddit. Aside from lurking, which is based mainly so we have news. So I know what news there are to speak about on the podcast. So smaller topics in case there's something someone comes up with that's actually interesting, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's the thing. Like, I don't really interact with social media myself altogether. From what I understand, my presence on Tumblr is like basically if I actually posted something, as in like if I tried to write a message to someone on Tumblr, they would think I'm a bot with the way that I use an account. So anyway, yeah, fighting games.
So yeah, I've had a complete brain fart. What were we talking about? Well, either which way. So yeah, fighting games. We're now in between on Street Fighter and Tekken, I think, with Tekken. Wasn't Ana DLC in Tekken 7?
Yes.
So she just locked in the DLC pits?
Yes.
Okay. So what season was she part of Tekken 7? Because wasn't she part of the returning character, all returning characters season?
Yes.
With Lei Wulong and Eddie? Was it Eddie?
If Eddie, no, Eddie, I think was on disc.
Yes, he was. He was not in the original arcade cabinet, but he was added on disc.
Yeah, Lei Wulong, Ganryu, Julia, and Ana.
All right. So here's my prediction: this season of DLC will be Ana, Ganryu, Julia, and Lei Wulong.
No, they already confirmed one of the characters is new OC.
Well, that's because it's the next of the Christie family, or not
Chang.
not Christie, Chang.
Yeah.
The Chang family.
Yeah, we sure we had Julia. This is gonna be Mario Chang.
Yeah, there you go. Sure. I find it really. I don't know what it is to me that I roll my eyes at returning characters being sold a bit more in Tekken than I do in other fighting games. I guess for me, it's because returning characters in Tekken tend to reuse all the same animations. Their design change, excuse me, their visual design changes, but I find it a little bit silly. Of like, she's not changed since like Tekken 4, dudes. But
Yeah.
then I don't really care for Tekken 7 or Tekken 8.
Yeah. Oh, there's also a thing of like the more DLC characters come out, the less reason I have to play because I fucking hate Julia Chang. And so like I hate fighting her. The character,
Okay,
whatever.
I was about to ask.
Yeah. I don't like playing as her. I hate fighting her, just straight up. So like, if she gets added to a game, it automatically becomes worse by her presence.
Oh, why do you hate her?
How they, well, her moveset, I suppose, at the end, because I did fight some Changs online in like 2, and they weren't any better to fight, honestly, than the AI.
Heh.
But yeah, like in my experience, Julia and Michelle just have movesets that hit hard or faster, like deceptively fast, and there's enough movement built into the attacks themselves that if you just try to attack them head on, then they will sidestep it during the attack. And that's a combination of three. That's a combination of three things where it becomes really fucking annoying to fight in a long time.
I only ever played a little bit of Julia and Michelle back in Tekken Tag 2, but my memory was, yes, they have a lot of built-in sidesteps in their moveset.
Yeah, and also, like, I would say that JC was more palatable than regular Julia, because she was also a grappler, and that changed her gameplay a bit.
Yeah. Plus, there's an enjoyably silly gimmick that everyone acts like they can't tell it's Julia.
Yeah. Especially if memory serves, she had an outfit where she didn't have the mask on. So that just made it even better.
Yeah. Yeah, and if you switch to the full Julia outfit, then the announcer will change and just say, hey, it's Julia.
Yeah.
But if you only take off the mask, it's still like, oh, it's unmasked JC, but the mystery is still there. Like, no, it isn't. And Michelle's still in that game as well, and she hasn't aged a day because
she's dead. She's dead to us.
She's dead. She's dead to the people. The people.
He's dead for the people. And then she crawls onto the cross.
Oh, Jesus.
I'm dead for the people.
That's still not inaccurate, though.
JC stands for Jesus Christ.
Oh.
That's who she was.
It's like the thing we always say was G in Street Fighter. If they just abruptly one day revealed. So actually, he's not Q. We weren't joking. He's genuinely not Q. I'm like, what? Fuck you.
I thought you were gonna say that he's actually just Jesus with a G instead of a J.
Jesus.
Yeah. Predictable.
Oh shit.
Bloody hell.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. Yeah. All right. Oh, excuse me. Oh, excuse me. All right. Anyways, so I feel like that especially now binds us to play Fight of Gods at some point. Anyways,
Yeah.
moving on from Tekken's particular variety of nonsense, Street Fighter, we are now firmly in the middle. The cat's kicking herself. We are now firmly in the middle of the phase between Mai Shiranui and Elena. So,
Yeah.
Okay, what? Akuma was May last year, right? And then Bison was
Something
June?
like that.
So we're probably 2 months off from Elena's release,
Yeah.
and subsequently the reveal of Season 3.
Yeah. The first character of Season 3 will come out before Elena.
That's a hell of a way to do it. They're gonna get to Season, like, 6 and be like, so, yo, we didn't tell y'all, but the first character of Season 6 released before Street Fighter 6 even released.
Yeah. The first character of Season 6 of Street Fighter 6 is Ryu. That's right, not Kage,
boy.
not evil Ryu, regular ass Ryu. He's in the game. Enjoy him now.
The Ryu you thought you've been playing with this entire time?
Hey,
Actually evil Ryu.
no, Seth.
He's back to the male side for now.
the Ryu you thought you've been playing all along, the ninja from Street Fighter 1. So anyway.
Yeah, I'm hang on, I'm moving my chair and I'm gonna move the cat because the cat's sitting on it. Yeah. She does not appreciate me interrupting her nap, but she's gonna have to deal with it. Yeah, Street Fighter 6, I don't know if there's anything in particular we want to get in now, other than just saying I am very much excited for Elena, because all of those Street Fighter 6 DLC characters have been quite cool. She is an interesting case, though, where they're going to have to make some stuff up for her, because she's not really seen much moveset expansion in any of the games she's been in.
Yeah. I hope that they fired the guy who did the soundtrack thus far, which I know they didn't. But still, I hope that they did just so we can get a new remix of Pizza in My Head instead.
Oh, that'd be great. I would not be shocked if we get an entirely new song that just vaguely in the distance, in the middle of the song, you can hear pizza, and that's it.
Yeah, no, there's gonna be like three notes randomly in the song. Like it's just gonna be a lo-fi trap beat from YouTube, and then in the middle you'll hear like 3 notes. And if you really squint your ears, then you can hear pizza from the 3 notes.
Yeah.
Like Street Fighter 6 is a really good game. The soundtrack fucking sucks.
Yeah. We're coming up on... It's also going to be the second stage, right? Because Bison didn't get a new stage. Oh, someone's knocking on my door. Give me a moment.
All right.
Let me put the cat on the bed.
All right, and we're back.
Lightning round. We must finish this speedily.
Yes. So, where were we?
We go Street Fighter 6. Go to Africa. It's going to be cool. I want elephant.
At least one.
India stage have elephant. Never mind. I want hippo.
I want an elephant throwing a giraffe.
I want whatever animal. I want whichever side of the stage you get a knockout on, that you beat an enemy on. I want the special knockout animation at the edge of the stage to be a different animal eats the loser.
I want the entire cast of Madagascar in the background.
All right. Was there anything else you wanted to discuss today?
Let's see. I beat Conquest Mode in Mortal Kombat Armageddon for the first time. I also beat Devil Within in Tekken 5 for the first time.
Jesus Christ.
Yes, Conquest Mode was alright. There was a level where they have you fight a giant skull, and it laughs, and there's 5 Lin Kuei ninja beating you up, and you throw the ninjas at the skull, and it's kind of lame. And then the skull goes away, and 3 other skulls come, and you have to fight 8 ninjas who respawn continuously. If you kill one of them, another one takes their place, while also fighting the 3 skulls who are shooting flames onto the map and meteors. It was not fun.
Oh Jesus! The things you do for Dagon.
Yeah, the best part is, like, I got 57 of 60 collectibles. So we still don't have Blaze, but I have every fucking one else.
Oh. Well, Blaze, you can eventually just ham-fist him in the crypt, can't you?
I don't know, I'll have to look into it. But yeah, because I should have enough money, either which way.
Yeah. Fuck them either which way. If you can't get them, fuck them. If we want to sit down and play through the entire cast of Armageddon, that's gonna be a long session.
Then Tekken 5 Devil Within. I played Devil Within for an hour multiple times throughout my life, just in general. This time I sat down because the only character that I didn't have unlocked in Tekken 5 was Devolution. And there's 2 ways to unlock Devolution. One of them is to play Devil Within, the other one is to have 5,000 matches or something like that. And like I love Tekken 5. I don't know how much we'll play Tekken 5. So like
I am reminded very much so of Soul Calibur 3.
Yeah. I did that in that too. Which is why I went with Devil Within instead. Oh yeah, I also beat Chronicles of the Sword or whatever the fuck. Because I thought that unlocked characters. It didn't. But it did.
Soul Calibur 3's Chronicles of the Sword?
Yes.
Yeah, so that doesn't unlock the real characters. That unlocks the custom character preset dudes.
Yeah. So
except
now we
for
have
Revenant, because Revenant basically is just basically one of the main playable characters. But otherwise, that's how you unlock, like, you know, Schadenfreude or whatever his name is with the lance and the characters like that. We have Hilde at home.
Yeah, so we have all of those guys now, as well as the real characters in Soul Calibur. Devil Within. Fucking ass. I don't know if you've played Devil Within. It has 5 stages. The 5 stages, the first 2 are the same, and the last 3 are the same. Aesthetically.
Ooh.
There's 2 songs in the entire mode.
Oh.
The controls suck ass. There's 3 enemy types in the entire game that get reskinned. For the game mode, but still. They get reskinned.
You do a lot of beating up the Tekken Force, don't you?
Oh no! You beat up a lot of the Tekken Force in the first 2 stages, and then you start beating up a lot of like reptile monsters that also fight like the Tekken Force.
Yeah.
Let's see what else can I really note. The enemies deal a fuck ton of damage for no real reason. The second stage's boss is Heihachi. When you beat him, he splits into 3. You now have to fight 3 Heihachis at the same time. By the way, this is using like 3D beat 'em up controls, not fighting game controls. Because fighting 3 Heihachis with fighting game controls may be possible. Beat 'em up controls, nah. It was a pain in the ass. Then you fight Ogre twice. He's the boss of stage 3 and stage 5.
Blech.
The running wheel kick is the best move in the entire game mode. Because it deals it deals like 40% damage. And also it means that since you're already running
a lot of space.
Yeah, no, it doesn't really it doesn't cover a lot of space and shit, but since you're already running to do it, you have to be running to do it, you're already evading, so if the enemy tries to do some close range bullshit, then it will probably not hit you, but sometimes it still does.
Yeah.
And also, there's like points scattered all over the fucking map. They do nothing. Genuinely nothing. Like, I scattered all of the points on the first stage because I thought that I would be able to unlock more moves like Devil May Cry. No. Nothing. No health upgrades. No like Devil Gym meter, which by the way, I went into Devil mode once, and it sucks ass because it gives you more damage, and it does change Jin's moveset. But also, it makes it so your health gets destroyed passively. In a game where already you can get comboed once by a Jack 5 or competitive fucking skin lizard monster and die from, I don't know, like 75%. And considering that can happen to you, going into a mode that makes it so your health decreases automatically isn't a good idea. Generally.
Oh shit.
So anyway, we now have Devolution.
Well, thank you for your sacrifice.
But yeah, like that's one of those things where, like, for the longest time I went like, yeah, I don't know, you know, maybe I was just a dumb little kid. I didn't understand the game, because that happens sometimes when you play these games when you're growing up. No, I was right. That game was just bad. Or well, that game mode. Tekken 5 is still really good. The Devil Within just sucks.
Oh yeah.
And then, like, it's one of those things, because, like, you know, you had Tekken Force in Tekken 3, and you have Tekken Force, I think, also in Tekken 6. Honestly, my favorite of those game modes is the Tekken 6 Tekken Force, because in that one, the controls stink, kind of, yes, but you have access to all of your moveset, and you input the moves like you do them in the game, for the most part.
Yeah. And you can play Dragunov, he doesn't say anything.
Yeah, and you also can choose who to play as, and it changes the story a bit. And you know, it's a small thing, but like, considering that in Devil Within there's no story, there's, I want to say, 6 pages of like lore, of like, here's what's happening. But Jin genuinely doesn't talk with anyone. There's nothing to read during the gameplay or whatever. It's just between the levels you get exposition dumped of like, Jin thought that he was being watched. Suddenly, ogre. And then, all right, you're now in the same fucking environment that you've been in, but we retextured it to be brown instead of white.
The Tekken story.
So yeah.
All right, I gotta head off. Fighting games. Were they? I don't know if they were. Were they?
I suppose they were.